In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create consistent characters with MidJourney 5.1 or 5.2. And then I'm going to show you how to keep consistency throughout different actions like running, sleeping, reading, and all of those things you might need for illustrated book characters that need to remain consistent. So let's go ahead and get started with our first MidJourney consistent character prompt. First, of course, type the imagine command and start describing your character. Here, a little fox character, for example. Now, it doesn't have to be a fox here. You just have to get creative and choose your animal or cat, dog, frog, anything that you want, really. But it's the next part of the prompt is the most important part. You want to type multiple poses and expressions. This is going to create a character sheet with multiple characters on. Now, this tutorial is specifically for illustration books, so I'm going to add children's book illustration style and then just add some characteristics like simple, cute, and full color. By the way, you can get this prompt from the description of this video, which is also where you can join our community of MidJourney makers at the ghosttogether.com link. You can ask your own MidJourney questions or post images from your own MidJourney prompts. Now, start to describe details of your character, like yellow shoes, yellow hat, yellow hooded dress. Just be creative and add the characteristics and clothing style of your specific character. Here, just as an example, I'm using all yellow clothes. Now, for illustration books with consistent character style, I'm going to use flat color and -- no outline. And that's pretty much it for our first consistent character prompt, so just press enter. So as you can see, we don't get just one character, but 4 multiple sets of 4 different characters with multiple poses and expressions that all look similar. Now, one thing I recommend is don't get too excited about your first prompt, just generate it multiple times. So this way you get many more choices. Now, just continue generating these character sheets until you see the character that you really like. This is a bit of a random process, but when you see the character that you like, you want to get the seed number of that image. For example, here, one of the best generated characters I had for a little fox character is this character sheet. Now, to get the seed number in the upper right corner, click on More, Add Reaction, and click on the envelope. As soon as you do that, MidJourney will generate an alert in upper left corner. So just go ahead and click on that alert, and here MidJourney is going to give you the seed number for that image. Now right click and copy this number. I'm going to paste it into my notepad so I can use this number later. Now click on the image again to open it up like this. Right click on the image and click on copy image option. Now I'm going to close MidJourney. Now I'm going to open Photoshop or similar editing software. Go to File, Create New, and choose the clipboard option and click Create. Basically just paste the image into your editor. Now go to here and select the lasso selection tool. Now just a lasso around the character on the character sheet. It doesn't have to be square or perfect, just make sure to grab the entire character. Press Ctrl X to cut the character. Minimize Photoshop, go back to MidJourney. Now click on the chat message box and press Ctrl V to paste that image and press enter. Now minimize MidJourney and go back to the image in Photoshop and repeat this process for multiple characters on the character sheet. So cut them out, go back to MidJourney. Now for this tutorial, I'm just using this as an example. I'm going to use 3 images, but you can use a lot more than that. This process is going to increase the chances of our character being consistent in our future images. Now scroll up to the first pasted image click on the image to open it up, right click and choose copy image address option. So the whole point of pasting these images was to capture the URL we can now use in a prompt. Now, if you're someone who's still watching this video, join our MidJourney makers community at ghosttogether.com. All you have to do is sign up by email and start posting images and talking to other makers. So I'm going to start my new prompt /imagine and paste that URL here. Now, it's probably a good idea to have even more images, but in this tutorial, I only have 3. So all I have to do is copy image address for each and paste those URLs into the prompt itself. Make sure to separate them by space every time you paste a new URL. I'm going to do that for each image, and all of these reference images are going to set the standard for the MidJourney prompt to make our generated character consistent to these images. Now, with all images pasted, scroll up to the original prompt, select the prompt, right-click, and click on Copy. Now, we're going to go back to the prompt and paste that original prompt text here. You might want to delete some of the other things that got copied, like the username and these double stars. Now, select multiple poses and expressions text and replace that with the action, like running, reading, sleeping. I'm just going to use run and running. And another thing I almost forgot, remember that seed number we copied earlier, and I stored it in my notepad here. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, then make sure to type --seed and paste that number here. Press enter, and as you can see, not only we generated a consistent character to our original reference images, but it's also showing that the character is running, and we have 4 different versions of the running character, which was the action we specified. But there's more tips and tricks in this tutorial. Let's go to Google and type running animation frames. Now, we're looking for a generic animation poses, and the more generic it is, the better. So here, after browsing around for a bit, I found this image here. Now, I'm going to right-click on it and select the Copy Image Address option. Go back to MidJourney and start a new image prompt using that image we just copied. Now, go back to the original prompt from the previous results. Copy that and add a space and then paste that original prompt. Again, I'm not pasting it correctly here, so I'm just gonna remove these double stars, and the way it pasted the URLs is incorrect, so I'm gonna remove the brackets and then just basically use these as reference images originally and press enter. And let's just see what happens. Now, adding that additional running reference image has dramatically improved the running action of our consistent character here. And so there's one more thing I want to tell you guys, and I want to ask you for a small favor. If this tutorial helped you making your illustration book characters, I'd like to invite you to join our MidJourney community, where you can post your own images for the illustrated books you're trying to create, ask MidJourney questions, meet other MidJourney creators. It's called Ghost Together. It's an online community of MidJourney makers. To sign up completely for free, there's a link I left in the description of this video. So I hope to see you guys there with other MidJourney creators. And of course, I'll see you in my next MidJourney tutorial.